Hi everyone, it's Jan with What You Make It, and I am back with another episode of our Creative Play series. And this one is, I'm kind of looking forward to this one. This is an exercise that I love doing with my classes that I teach, and it's called Love What You've Made. And for those of us that sometimes suffer under the paralysis of perfection, it is actually kind of hard to go back and look at some of the things that we did, but I am telling you, it is I want you to start seeing it as a very freeing experience. So what I have here is my very first scrapbooking album, layouts, pages, whatever it is this was the very first thing that I ever did. And I had very few supplies. When I started this, I didn't even have a paper trimmer. I used scissors, or I used a ruler and drew a line and cut it out. So I was starting from the very basics. I was not a stamper at that time. I did a lot of sewing and quilting and other things, but scrapbooking was not something that I had done. So this was very new for me. So I'm going to show you, and this will probably not catch any of you all by surprise, but this particular album, I didn't just start scrapbooking. I started scrapbooking and made 2 identical albums at the same time. So every page that you're going to see in here, and I promise I'm not going to make you look at every single one of these, but I want to show you the exercise that I do when I look back at them. But all the pages in here are duplicated for one that I did for my sister as well. It was a Christmas gift that I made for her, and I wanted us both to have one. She's my very best friend on the face of the earth, and I wanted to do something special for her, but I wanted one too, so I made 2. So here's the principle of love what you've made. The deal is we all we started somewhere, and at the time there were things that we loved about what we did, and then we evolve over time. We are over time, your taste in clothes changes, your taste in your home decor changes, your taste in how you create art is going to change too. But there's going to be some things in here that you actually, they're kind of lifelong loves. There's a reason that you like them. And so I'm going to just flip through here, and I'm going to point out a few things that are in here that I want to put on my list of things to do now, even though I made this almost 10 years ago. So this was my title page, and it was a little, I printed out on vellum, had a big, do you remember these monstrous Heidi Swapp flowers? Yeah, we didn't know to glimmer mist or do anything back then. We just took them the color that they were, but I took a picture of us and put it in the center. Here is something that I did. This was a little piece of wood. This was about our family going to Minnesota. And I took a piece of wood and I actually did wood burning into that little piece of wood. I would do that again. I totally would. I don't do very much stamping with my foam alphabet stamps anymore. And I love these. I love them. It's, we moved on and I still have all those foam stamps. So I want to get them out and try them again. This right here was a piece of, I'm going to see if I can find it. I promise I'm not going to make you look at all of this. But this kind of lattice looking thing, this is gutter guard. And I had it in the garage and I went out to see, folks, I was struggling for things. I didn't have lots of pattern papers. You'll notice that I have a lot of just cardstock in here, which, I might need to go back and do some of that too. But anyway, this gutter guard that I decided looked like a lattice here, back over here on this page, I used it, I stamped it down in the paint and then slapped it on my page. And I will tell you, even though it was 10 years ago, I do remember it being very messy and me having to do it several times. But it's fun. One of the benefits of creative play is looking for things outside of the normal scrapbooking paraphernalia and find a way to use it. You know, I don't scrap like this anymore. You know, my tastes have changed, but I want to go back, and I don't want to look at these and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I really want to enjoy the fact that I, A, got the pages done, B, I've told the story, and C, it was an expression of my creativity at the time. And I think if I can learn to be not hard on the things that I've already made, it gives me some freedom to do something else. Be brave and try other things. Here's the big wrap up, guys. None of us continue to scrapbook the way we used to scrapbook, but there's things about them that we can take and bring into our scrapbooking today. But most importantly, I want you to go back and fall in love with the things that you've already made, because they're an expression of your artistry, your creativity. They're the stories of your family and stories of your life. You know, there's things that I would do in an instant again today, and there's things that I probably wouldn't ever do, but I love that they're done. And I hope that you will take some time in the next few days and go find some of your early work and love on it a little bit. Because you know what? You're loving on yourself as an artist.